All right. Apologies. Yes or no? Is it true that you are currently under investigation by the Brazilian Federal Police for your role in the January 8th coup attempt?
I don't know. I haven't received
That, thank you.
notice.
Moving on, reclaiming. Is it true that an official report from the federal police provides evidence of your participation in a group created to, quote, discredit the electoral process, plan the execution of a coup d'etat, and abolish the democratic rule of law?
Same answer.
You don't know. Okay. Do you disavow the military dictatorship that ruled Brazil from 1979 to 1985?
This has nothing to do with what we're
Okay.
discussing.
Yes or no, please?
This has nothing to do
This,
with what
yes
we're
or no? Reclaim. I can ask. This is my hearing.
I can
Yes
answer.
or no?
O advogado Fábio de Sá Silva, professor na Universidade de Oklahoma, deu aula para a turma e mostrou a foto do jornalista Vladimir Herzog, torturado e morto pelo regime militar no Brasil, para mostrar o que de fato é uma ditadura.
And the Brazilian democracy is very young. It's only about 35 years old. People talk here about censorship and censoring speech of journalists. This is what happened to journalists in the military regime in Brazil. Mr. Herzog was suicided in prisons for trying to critique the regime. There's nothing that's vaguely similar to what happened back then happening right now. Thank you.
Susan White, deputada democrata, criticou a audiência e fez breve discurso.
Democracy and provide which I believe presents a distorted view of Brazil framing of.
Que a turma bolsonarista não deve ter gostado nada.
Unfortunately, the framing of this hearing, which I believe presents a distorted view of Brazilian democracy and provides a platform to those seeking to undermine it, does the opposite of that. Rather than strengthening our relationship, a hearing like this serves only to damage and undermine it. Brazil is a strong and vibrant democracy with a robust civil society and media, a multitude of political parties representing a huge political spectrum, and an electoral system that is rightly considered to be one of the most secure and rapid in the world. Like all democracies, including right here in the United States, there are healthy debates to be had about aspects of the country's institutions. But I want to be clear. Internal politics and debates on constitutional and legal issues should be decided by the Brazilian people, their elected representatives, and Brazil's judiciary. The United States Congress is not the forum for it. What we will hear today from some witnesses is an attempt to undermine Brazil's judicial process. Former President Bolsonaro's conduct in office, his praise for the military dictatorship, his calls for violence against his political opponents, his refusal to acknowledge his 2022 election loss, his attempt to engineer a coup, and his incitement of the January 8th attacks triggered laws in place designed to serve as a check on executive power resulting from the coup in 1964. Brazilian law enforcement and judiciary have refused to stand by idly in response to the most serious threat to Brazil's democracy since the military dictatorship.
O senador Humberto Costa, do PT de Pernambuco, aqui no Brasil, fez ótimo resumo do papelão da extrema-direita nos Estados Unidos.